Hello, in this video we will learn what is pattern generator, which pattern it produces and what is the use of each pattern. So let's get started. So pattern generator is nothing but a device which generates analog TV signals for the various predefined patterns. One has to apply these patterns onto the TV so that one can trace out the problematic block into the TV circuit. Thus, these patterns are helpful for adjustment of the TV circuits. So here is an image of a pattern generator. So let's first get an overview of this pattern generator. As I told you, it generates signal for the fixed predefined patterns. So this pattern generator can generate RF signal for these six patterns. At a time, this pattern generator can gives the output for only one pattern. Now here, as an output, two options are available. One is nothing but the RF signal for corresponding pattern, and CVS signal is also available. Now here RF signal is nothing but the same signal as transmitted by the TV station. So you can say that this device can produce the same signal as transmitted by the TV stations, and this RF signal needs to be applied onto the TV. Now we know that TV transmission occurs in a three band, which is nothing but VHF1, VHF3 and UHF. So all three options are provided over here. So you can check your television set for any of the three band. Now within this three band, you can also change the frequency via these knobs available on the pattern generator. Now let us learn about various patterns one by one. So first pattern is nothing but the alignment pattern, and this pattern is nothing but looks like a black background and a white circle is there. This pattern is useful for picture centering onto the TV set. One has to apply this pattern onto TV and check for the centering of this circle. If this circle appears exact into the center, then there is no need of adjustment. But if circle moves or appears towards left or towards right or towards top or towards bottom, then one has to set the corresponding circuit. Now here we can say that this, you can see this is nothing but some dots are given. Okay, so this dots is useful for checking the polarity of the current which is flowing through the horizontal deflection coil and vertical deflection coil. Now here you can see that this dots, group of dots, is appearing on bottom right. So with the help of this position, you can predict the polarity of the current which is flowing into horizontal deflection coil and vertical deflection coil. So let us see in detail. If you apply this pattern onto your TV set, and if this group of dots appear on the bottom left, so you can see that its default position is bottom right, but it appears on the bottom left. So you can say that the current which is flowing through the horizontal deflection coil is reversing the polarity. So by the position of this group of dots towards left, one can predict the polarity of current into the horizontal deflection coil. Now similarly, instead of the bottom right, if these dots appear on the top right, so one can predict that the polarity of the current flowing through the vertical deflection coil is in reverse. Now at the last case, if this group of dots appear exact to the opposite corner as shown here. So one can predict that the polarity of the current which is flowing through the horizontal deflection coil and vertical deflection coil both is reversed. So thus with the position of these dots you can predict the polarity of the current flowing through the horizontal and vertical deflection coils. So one can say that with the help of alignment pattern, you can carry out the picture centering and also predict the polarity of the current through horizontal and vertical deflection coil. Now, since this pattern is black and white, so sometimes it is also used for adjusting the contrast of the TV set. So let us move to the next one. Yes, next one is nothing but the convergence pattern. So convergence pattern is nothing but you can see that there are lots of horizontal white bars are there and vertical white bars are there, and here in the center of each square one white dot is there. So here it is zoomed version, so you can see that white dot is there. So let us understand what is the use of this convergence pattern. So for understanding the use, if we recall that in case of color television, if you recall that screen of the color television, obviously analog color television, there are thin strips of red, green and blue phosphorus. Now there are also three sets of electron gun in the color analog TV, and each gun is focused to the one of the phosphorus. One is focused to the red, another is focused to the blue phosphorus, and last one is to green phosphorus. So three electron gun is focused to corresponding phosphorus. Now let us assume that if this focusing is not proper, that is if they are diverging, so what happens if the electron guns are not focusing to their respective phosphorus but if they are diverging? So to check the divergence of the electron gun, one has to apply this convergence pattern. So you can see that if that electron gun are pointing exactly to the corresponding phosphorus, then this dot in the center will be pure white. If electron guns are diverging, then you can get some fringes of some color around this dot. So via help of this dot, one can predict the convergence of the electron gun toward the phosphorus. Now this horizontal and vertical bars are used to check the linearity of the current flowing through the horizontal deflection coil and vertical deflection coil. So now let us get some detail about these patterns. So let us assume that if these electron guns are not converging, okay, if they are diverging, then what could be the pattern look like? So here you can see that if your electron guns are diverging, then you can see that instead of white bars, here color bars are produced. You can see that. So this pattern will be the result of divergence of the electron beam. Now here you can see that though the color of these lines are different, they are not pure white. You are observing the green, the red one and the blue lines, but you can say that these are still straight lines, they are linear. So you can see that though electron beams are diverging, but the current flowing through the coil is still linear. Now let us go through another case where electron guns are not diverging but current is non-linear. So what will happen? So how your pattern will look like? So here you can see that our electron gun are focusing properly in this center area, but toward the edges current becomes non-linear. So you can see that if current is non-linear, then your electron gun cannot focus on the particular phosphorus. So as a result, you will get this kind of pattern. So you can say that this convergence pattern is very useful, and it is useful for two cases: to check the convergence of the electron gun, and you can also check the linearity of the current which is or which will flow through the horizontal deflection coil and vertical deflection coil. So this is the use of convergence pattern. So let us move to the next one, which is luminance pattern. Now luminance pattern is also called a brightness pattern. It is used to set the brightness of your TV set, or you may find out whether any problem is there in the circuit which deals with the brightness or luminance. So as an example, you can see that if there is some problem in the circuit which process this luminance signal, if some problem is there, then uh, your pattern will look like either too dark or it may look too bright. So depending on this output, one has to do the necessary changes so that one can get the proper brightness. So to set the brightness, one has to use the luminance pattern or brightness pattern. Let us move to the next one. Next one is nothing but the chrominance pattern or color pattern. Now here it is called, I have to say, pure color pattern, because in chrominance signal there is pure color, no luminance is present. That we will see in a few minutes. So if one has to adjust the circuits of color sections or chrominance section, like color amplifier or color demodulator circuit. Okay, so if one want to guess the problem in that circuits, so this chrominance pattern is very helpful. For example, if the color amplifier or color demodulator is not working perfectly, some mistake is there, then you can see that here your color may look either too red, or may look too green, or may look too blue. So by applying this pattern, one can predict that which settings are necessary to produce the perfect color. It must be neither too red, nor too green, nor too blue. So it is very useful for testing the color circuits. So let us move to next one, which is, yes, color pattern. So as I told you, there is a difference between the chrominance pattern or pure color pattern and color pattern. So here you can see that color is nothing but combination of chrominance plus luminance, because we know that in color TV transmission, actually TV transmitter transmits two things: brightness and color. If your receiver is black and white, then it will use only brightness, which is nothing but the luminance. But if your receiver is color, then it will use both brightness and color, that is both luminance and chrominance. So after adding this luminance and chrominance, you will get the correct color. So once you have set the luminance section properly, once you have set the chrominance section properly, so to see the overall effect, one has to apply this color pattern. So let us assume that your brightness section is working fine, your chrominance section, that is pure color section, is working fine, then you have to apply the color pattern, which is nothing but the combination of brightness and color. If everything is fine, then your TV will produce the perfect color pattern. Now here I want to show you the difference between the color signal and pure color signal. Now in color signal, there is a presence of color plus brightness, but in pure color signal there is absence of brightness. So here on the screen this signal is nothing but the color, which is pure color plus brightness. Now let me show you the pure color signal, that is signal without brightness. So here you can see that this one is nothing but a pure color signal with absence of brightness. So if I change it, I will show you. You just observe over here. Then look, this one is pure color. If we add brightness, then this is nothing but the color plus brightness. So if I change it quickly, you can see that this is absence of brightness, presence of brightness, pure color, color plus brightness. So to check the overall performance of chrominance section and luminance section, you can apply this color patterns. Now let us move to the last one, which is nothing but the raster pattern. Now raster pattern is nothing but it produces a unique or single color onto the screen. Now raster is nothing but just a name of a screen or area, or it is a name given to the screen or area which is produced line by line. So that is called raster. So in this raster pattern, your TV screen will produce a single color. So a single color will be there throughout the whole raster or throughout the whole screen. Now here, to produce different colors, these additional three switches are given. Now these three switches are for primary colors, that is R, G and B. By making these three switches on and off, one can produce 8 different colors. And on your TV screen, you can observe these different colors. Now, these different colors are useful for checking the purity of the color which is produced by your TV system, and it is also used to check the uniformity of the color produced, whether your this color is produced uniformly over the entire screen or not. So this raster pattern, that is unique color pattern, is also helpful for us. Now another one is, let us assume that you apply pure green color to the screen, but if on the screen this kind of black dots are produced, so you can see that there is some problem with the green phosphorus, because this area, these black dots are not able to produce a green color or green intensity light. While if you apply the red raster pattern or red color to the TV screen, so here you can see that there isn't anything like a black dots over here. So by applying this pattern, you can also predict about the condition of the phosphorus onto the TV screen. Now another one is, by applying the white color also you can also predict the how brightness is varying throughout the screen. That you can also judge by applying the pure white color. So these are the basic patterns available on the pattern generator. So I hope you get some idea of pattern generator, various patterns available on the generator, and what is the significance of each pattern. Thank you.